It's Father's Day. Before I start the show properly, I would like to say, when Mother's Day happened, I did a whole special about Mum and her gaming habits. My dad, however, wasn't much of a gamer. I do love you, Rab. I love you lots, and I hope you have a great day today. But the only game that he ever played was Duck Hunt. I don't have the facilities to play that right now. Plus, everyone knows that is a game where you just shoot ducks. So it's nice and easy. Anyway, let's start the show, shall we? Hey guys, welcome to Bear's Den. My name is codename Bigbear, or Stuart if you want to call me by my first name. So today I have two games to review for you today. They are both made by a man named Matt Glanville, who actually made a game that I really love on a Switch called Switch and Shoot, which I have reviewed several weeks ago now, using my vertical hand grip, which is pretty cool. But before we continue on and start talking about those games and what they are, I'm going to do my usual thing. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring notification bell. Put comments down below. Share us on Facebook. Do your thing. It really helps us get our name out there. We have well over 500 videos as well on YouTube, and we also have a website which you should check out. It's got tons of articles on music. It's on news. We've even got a small section started on wrestling now as well. It's very small, mine, but it's still there. Still some notifications there. But even yesterday we had some breaking news and stuff with. My favorite breaking piece of news that I saw yesterday upon filming this was the new Pokemon Snap. Hooray! Anyway, back to what we're doing, guys. Links below. Now, before I start talking about the games properly, I just want to talk about Switch and Shoot very briefly again. I know I mentioned that several weeks ago, and I did a whole review on it. I probably mentioned it a couple of times since. But the reason I bring this up is because Matt, the designer of these games, has made 3 games for the Switch now that he can use on a Switch at least. He made it initially for PC, but now they've moved to Switch. He has been able to utilize the Switch in a certain ways. For instance, Switch and Shoot, you can have it in a vertical way, which is awesome. Or you can have the beautiful artwork on the sides, like here, if I can get those in. You can have the beautiful artwork coming on the sides, and then you have Singled Out, which uses it again in a completely different way, which I'll get into once I start talking about it, and the same with Ghost Grab 3000. So the games that I'll be talking about today are Inside Out and Ghost Grab 3000. Now, as I said earlier, they were created by a man named Matt Glanville, who was also a lead designer on Abe's Odyssey, New and Tasty. So 2 games right there that I absolutely love, and he has allowed us to have some codes before this game even comes out on July 3rd. And thank you very much for that, Matt. Thank you very much. Now, Inside Out is probably the one I was addicted to the most when it came to this entire little bundle of games I was given. It's actually a really cool game, very simple, and the thing I love about this is it just uses the touchpad for your Switch. You can obviously use your sticks as well, but the touchscreen was the perfect use for it. And I spent probably about a 3-hour block, just 3, maybe 4-hour block actually, just playing this game over and over again to try and work my way through 30 levels of matchmaking, I suppose. So basically what this game is, you are playing a sniper for some kind of police force, intergalactic police force, and you've got to find intergalactic super criminals. And how you do that is by having 3 things about this criminal and then a selection of faces to pick from. So for instance, you could have eyes, you could have nose, and a hat that they're wearing, and they've got to match. You fire your gun, or you touch the screen, and you take out that particular one. If you get the wrong one, it will tell you what bits you got wrong. There's only one that matches all 3. This sounds very simple, but you only have 10 seconds to decide on who you're going to shoot throughout this, and the pressure ramps up. So especially as you know, there's only 30 levels as well. You get to level 25, and you panic and you mess up and you have to start all over again. Now, fun fact about this, currently, at this moment in time, because there is only a few people that played this game in the world, I am number 1. In fact, I'm just going to confirm that actually whilst I'm doing this. Woo, let's do this. Normal mode, leaderboards. There I am. Right, it's up there. Codename Bigbear. Oh, it's all backwards on there. Codename Bigbear. I'm going to put it on the screen. So at the moment, I am number one on the leaderboards because barely anyone has played this game, but I was the first person to play this game on the Switch outside of the dev team, which was really, really cool. So basically on Tuesday, I woke up, I downloaded this game straight away and just got straight into playing them because I was really excited to play them because of Switch and Shoot. It wasn't until after I played these games and spoke to Matt Glanville a bit more himself that I found out he was the lead designer on Abe's Odyssey New and Tasty. Or Oddworld New and Tasty, sorry. But anyway, back to Inside Out a little bit. So this game is really cool. So the faces that you see, it's got, as Matt describes, it's got a crunchy, cute feel about it. These faces can be really varied, and sometimes they can mess you up because maybe you got a large eye on a heart shape that makes it look round with the ears that it might have. So you just hit the wrong face, and then afterwards you spot it, and it tells you got it wrong, and it's just really good fun. Like I said, I got addicted to this like for about 3 solid hours, and even I've been playing it every day since as well. I've only had it a couple of days, mind, but yeah, it's one of those. But I've had an absolute blast playing this game. I didn't think I would. It honestly looked really, really like far too simple to enjoy being a matchmaking thing. But no, absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved this game. Personally, well, I'll give you a score at the end of this one. Now, I kind of wish I was wearing my Ghostbusters t-shirt, but I wore that last week, so I'm not going to do it this week. For this next game, Ghost Grab 3000. This is a gradually building bullet hell game. Now, personally, I've not got further than level 9, I think it is on easy. Don't know if there's any more than that, but it just goes on and on and on. But it's a really, really cool non-twin stick shooter. In fact, you don't shoot at all. What you do is you have a little robot. It's something like a little ball thing. He has a hook on the end, and he grabs his ghost. And then you got to stretch that cable or beam that you have and capture other ghosts within that beam in between you and the last one that we captured. And you got to keep on going around and capturing all the ghosts. You have a big old chain to get as many points you possibly can. Once you've got them all, you can hit the button and they can all go and disappear. And you can also do this throughout the actual game itself without having to get the full chain of all of them. Because obviously that's kind of the goal of the game, but there's so much on screen a lot of the time that that's just not possible. So you have to use your tactics to kind of get yourself through these levels. So do you grab all the ghosts and explode them, or do you grab some of them, get rid of them, get some power-ups to help you again grab more of these ghosts? Now, quite simple gameplay again. You start with a couple little ghosts, and the designs of these go from tiny little little sheet ghosts to like a rocket ghost, to a big one with like a no-face mask floating around, and they all fire out different sized bullets and different patterns of bullets as well. Some of them just constant big ones, other just teeny little ones at 3, then it stops for a couple, and there's 3. When you play the game, hopefully you understand where I'm coming from there. And as you play this game, it just becomes increasingly more difficult to survive. So you start using your power-ups. Your power-ups include an EMP. Your health obviously is one of those, but you can collect these at each end of the levels. If you lose health, you can collect one. But you can also upgrade what you have as well. So you can upgrade your speed, you can grab your EMP, you can upgrade your beam width as well. But EMP, what that does is basically sends a shockwave, and that knocks people away from you, gets rid of all the bullets in your area, so you can move to a different area and continue on doing that again. And continue on capturing. You can continue capturing more ghosts as you go. Now there is quite a cool thing about this game is that you can get coins throughout the entire game as well, which means you can upgrade your robot to a certain advantages. So for instance, you can upgrade your speed, but you can reduce the amount of nukes that you have. A nuke is literally what you think it is. The last resort, you hit whichever button it is, I want to say X, and it just nukes the entire area, takes out the entire screen, you're fine, and then the last ghost will pop up as it comes on as well. But you can reduce your speed, but increase the amount of nukes you have, or you can increase how many EMP shots you get at the cost of how much battery you use. So battery is used for everything you do. If you got a little boost button as well that you can go around, that drains your battery, but whilst you're using that, your contact beam doesn't do anything. It just kind of keeps hold of the ghost but doesn't grab any new ones. So it's a bit of tactics how you play it. So for instance, there's a point where I was playing and I was on 25% reduced speed, so I was at 75%, but I had extra lives, so that was fine. So every level I went for the speed boost to increase that advantage. It just depends on how you play, but you can have a really good time with this game. I'm going to show you the leaderboards. I'm going to put it on screen right now because at first, as you can see here, I was #1 in the world again. And then Matt Glanville himself came out and digitally slapped me across the face for even thinking I was that good. So yeah, it's fair enough. I'm not very good. I was just happy to be #1 in the world at one point. But you know, obviously no one's played this game yet, at least on the Switch version anyway. So you know, I may be the best at the moment in some of the games, but you know, I'm not really the best. But no, this game is a very, very cool game. Both of these games, in fact, are just very cool. In fact, they come out on the same day and are about £4 each. There's pre-order bonuses, and if you own Switch and Shoot, you can get some discounts as well, which is actually really, really cool. And I think it's just a really nice offer as well. And these games aren't exactly games you will play for, you know, days and days and weeks and months, but you might pick it up every day, play it for 5 minutes, and then put it down, and then next day do it again, and so on and so forth. So it's a game you can definitely pick up and play. So Ghost Grab 3000 is using the controls as you would expect. You know, it utilizes all the buttons that you'd expect for any game to use. It doesn't use all of them, obviously, but there's enough there for you to combat. And it's an easy game that's difficult to master. It's a saying that's been thrown around a lot in the last few years, but it is true. This is an easy game that's difficult to master, that is really charming and really fun, and I'm actually always excited to see new Ghost appear and see what my new bonuses will be and stuff. And obviously you know, which is just really fun. So for this game, I'm going to give it probably an 8 out of 10. So for both these games are getting 8 out of 10s each. One thing I did forget to mention about both these games, they do have in-game achievements, which you can look up and see what you can go for. It gives you in-game goals to play for, which is obviously great. I love that. I really wish the Switch actually had some kind of achievement or trophy, or could have even be stars system or something like that. That would be great to have that extra bit of interaction there. But the games aren't exactly expensive anyway. They're only a few pounds, like £4 each, which I'd fully recommend you getting these games. But there's a great amount of variety in this developer's style when it comes to it. Everything looks really cute, everything looks really fun, but also things are really funny. You know, you have like ridiculous names in Switch and Shoot, you have the ridiculous faces themselves in Singled Out, and then you have just the whole post-apocalyptic future that we have in Ghost Grab 3000, and it's just really great games to play, and I'm very excited to have them and keep on playing these as well, and I absolutely will be. I don't see them ever being removed from my Switch at any point. So guys, finally, that was a couple of great games there. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. All the links are below as usual. Look out for some new stuff that might be happening on Bear's Den. Just a couple of extra graphics here and there. I am building up on this as much as I possibly can. So stick around, keep checking us out every Sunday. And don't forget to check out the rest of our videos here on the YouTube channel as well. But other than that, guys, be nice to each other, yeah?